First responders took several people to the hospital after a fire that happened in North Raleigh. This is on Stonehenge Drive, which is just off Creedmoor Road between the Beltline and 540. CBS 17's Jamise Price joining us live right now from the scene. And I know, Jamise, you told us this was not only a fire, but then became a rescue effort, too.
That's right, Bill. Talk about some scary moments for the folks who live out here. They had to be rescued from their balcony building here, and you still have this tape up. You still have firefighters out here. They are, though, getting ready to wrap up and leave out, and you have a crew here ready to put a fence up to make sure no one gets in this area. Was quite the morning for people who live in this apartment building on Stonehenge Drive. Neighbors woke up to the sound of a fire alarm going off and smoke coming in their homes. A downstairs unit was on fire.
So when you show up, you got a fire, and then you've got people. That's our #1 priority, is lives.
A rescue operation and fire happening at once.
We had residents on the balconies on the far left side of the building, and many exiting through the smoke to get outside. We had 4 residents that were transported, believed to Wake Med Hospital for smoke inhalation.
I spoke to a man who helped get his neighbor out of the burning unit. He said he was headed out the door, saw his neighbor grab a fire extinguisher. He offered help, but said his neighbor refused. He came back and saw the problem was bigger than he thought, and it was. This was a 2-alarm fire that brought out more than a dozen units, tons of EMS and extra equipment. Fire crews did run into a challenge trying to get the fire under control and put out.
We had some extra issues with crawl spaces and fire getting into some areas slowly smoldering. That fire and smoke kind of travels through hidden spaces, and we don't want somebody to go back in an apartment where they could have carbon monoxide gas in it. So we have to monitor everything before we allow anybody to go back in.
Now, that fire is still under investigation right now. No one can give us a cause at this time, but they will have investigators checking all of this out. The folks who lived in those 12 units, I'm told they're going to be placed in different apartments on this property. Live in Raleigh, Jamise Price, CBS 17 News.